And welcome back. It's the 24th of August, high five a day, and we're going to go straight to the first question. So the first question says, as a non-calculator, write as a decimal. Oh wow, okay. Some old school long division. So I'm doing 17 divided into, and I'm going to give myself some space, 12 point. Before I start, I find it helpful just to write down the multiples. So I've got 17, 34, 51, 68, trying to do this in my head carefully without making an error, 85, 102, 119, and 136. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, happy with that. Let's go. So 17 doesn't go into 12, that's 0, which leaves me with 120, leaves me with 12 and a 0 or 120. That's going to be 7 times, so I'm using the scale that I've worked out, which is 119, so that's remainder 1, which leaves me with 10. That's going to be 0 times, which now leaves me with 100. Feels a bit like primary school, this doesn't have to be 40, and so that goes in twice, and that's done. Don't care about the remainder now. So my answer is going to be 0.705882, and that is going to be my answer. I guess arguably you could say I should need to work out the next ones if I round up or round down, but I think that's really what it wants me to do. Next question. AB is the diameter, O is the centre, find the angles. Circle theorems again, excellent. Now, as I've often said, if you've seen me do it before, first thing to note is I've got the centre. Other thing to note, which means I know, by the way, therefore that's 90 degrees. What do I need? I need CAB. So I need this one here. I'm going to notice that these two lines come from the same arc, so therefore this is also 70 degrees. So therefore this is 70 degrees. If that's 70 degrees and this is a right angle, it means this one here is 20 degrees, which means the angle ABC is 20 degrees. Next question. Next question is a cylinders question. So A and B are similar, good. And I will notice straight away I've got my length scale factor. So my length scale factor to get from A to B is to multiply by 16 over 6 divided by 2, which is the same as 8 over 3, which means my volume scale factor is the cube of that. Now if I cube 8 over 3, I get 512 over 27. And then to work out my volume of B, that's what it wanted. So volume of A is this, find the volume of B. So my volume of B is going to be 200 times 512 over 27. Calculator out. And that on my calculator is 3792.592593. And I'm just going to call that 3793. So 3793 centimeters cubed. And I'm going to put my accuracy, get used to doing that, to 4 sig fig, not 3 sig fig. And next, is that it? No, 2 more questions. So next question. W is directly proportional to the square of M. So my relationship is W is directly proportional to M squared, which means there's an equation that W equals K times M squared. Then it gives me some numbers. Almost always does this. So work out the relationship, work out K, use it again. So it tells me that W equals 80 when M equals 2. So 2 squared is 4. I'm going to write 2 squared here. And so therefore K equals 80 over 4, which is 20. Now I have an equation. So my equation is going to be W is equal to 20M squared. Then it says work out W when M equals 6. So W equals 20 times 6 squared, which is 36. 36 times 2 is 72, so therefore it's going to be 720. Good question. Next one. Can a 12 centimeter rod fit into a cube? Now, if you've seen me do one of these before, the question is basically saying, can you work out a diagonal that takes me from one side to the other? And the way I'm going to do that, remember this is a cube, is I'm going to do Pythagoras. That's going to be in 3D, 10 squared plus 10 squared plus 10 squared. Of course, what's really happening is you're working at the bottom and then doing a second triangle, but it just all does it as one big triangle, if you like, 3D triangle. So 10 squared plus 10 squared plus 10 squared is 10 root 3. Calculator out, and that's going to be about 17 and a bit, isn't it? Because I know root 3 is 1.7. Key point, 17 is greater than 12, so therefore, yes, it will fit. And of course, that is because you could always fit it in the diagonal sense. And then is it, question's done. I like today's, oh, don't know where that went. Let's pull that back again. I like today's question, didn't like the first one, but it is a skill you need to know. So just get good at doing it. The rest of them were pretty fair questions, not too bad. Let me know how they went for you. Like, subscribe. See you tomorrow.